welcome. Greetings, people. Triple God. Go to the website. Shout out to the Pennsylvania Department of Education. I don't know you motherfuckers no money no more. I'm feeling real good about that. It ain't gonna reflect on my credit score until the first of the month. But what's happening? Like the video as y'all come into the chat. Do like the video if you love my content. We got some new things that's going to be taking shape here. I want y'all to understand that it's transition season. Peace. Peace, peace, peace. He said, we was talking about the same topic earlier. Well, how about you come in here and talk about it with me? What you think about Hats the Numbers? You mean What's the Numbers TV? That's Poe Roll. He said, put up the number. Nah, man, the chat ain't open tonight. The chat ain't open tonight. Peace. What's the Numbers TV? I enjoy it. He's one of the channels I enjoy. That's not a podcast, though. He's a content creator. He actually fashions original content, similar to some of the things that I do. He said, this is going to be a good topic. It is. How you feel about Pac? I'm a fan of Tupac, like everybody else. The world loves Tupac. You know that. He said, all right, but either way, I agree with the post on Instagram. Yeah, it's I call it the popular poison culture. This was triggered by something that just came through the timeline. It was like the icing on the cake, and it was Angela Yee asking some chick about, I think, the biggest dick she ever had, or some old stupid shit, some old goofy shit. And I'm like, these people need to put these motherfucking microphones down. These people need to put these microphones down. This was after, like, a week ago, I seen a panel of black chicks asking a Blade about the biggest penis that he's ever been penetrated by. And I said, man, these motherfuckers are sick. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, these motherfuckers are sick. And they was actually having this type of discussion and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I think the artist that they was talking about was Big Frida or some shit like that. Don't quote me, but you can find this shit online. And I'm like, man, all these motherfuckers done lost their goddamn mind. These motherfuckers done lost their mind, man. Like, these people was tripping, man. They making us all look bad. And it's an abundance of this type of content. He said, NOLA. Should be a damn shame. My man said, I ain't gonna search that, Chief. Nah, man, you don't need to search that. You don't need to search that. Good evening, everybody. Fleece Johnson was popular at a point. Oh, Fleece, I think Fleece went back to the penitentiary. Fleece has disappeared. Fleece was institutionalized to the point that he probably went back to the penitentiary, similar to Blue Boy. What you jacking TV? What up? 25 on the real support. Like the channel. This light is too bright. Y'all gotta excuse me for a minute. Great Scott, are you a thief? Seems like you got a mouthful of gold teeth. That's a little bit better. He said, Gully is tired of y'all niggas. Yeah, man. I'm not excluding anybody. If y'all watch podcast is sound, and a lot of these podcasts they come with visuals, and that's how we actually see the content online. But most of these joints they be recording the audio to put on a podcast or streaming platform. Bulletproof Love from Brownsville Houses, Edgemere Projects, Far Rockaway in Jamaica, Queens, New York City. Continued success for you and your business and musical endeavors. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They all talk about the same thing. You're right. They all be talking about nothing. They all be talking about nothing. This is something that needs to be said. Exclude nobody. This ain't an intellectual journey. These aren't conversations that you draw any type of information from. And it's just making us look bad. Like, goddamn, ain't nobody here got no goddamn sense. Ain't nobody here got no sense, man. For real. And I be actually annoyed by it. I do. I do. I be annoyed by it. People will say something to me like, well, you just mad because they... No, I'm not. I ain't mad at these goofy ass niggas. Having no education, never been leaders. That's the real problem and shit. There's a lot of people who they need to change the prices of microphones. Microphones should be like $10,000 and some shit. Like, it's just too many microphones running around, and too much bad toxic information. And whoever is let's take Drink Champs for instance. This is a platform that I've enjoyed some of the interviews. I'm being for real. But just look at the whole point of it. Drink Champs. It's to get a motherfucker drunk. What the fuck? Cass, internet is a gift and a curse, Gully. Idle time for some goofies. I appreciate your super chat, Lawrence. When I look at the internet, of course, I primarily see people who look like me. I see black people, right? And I'd be like, damn, man. We got a lot of... It was a 16-year-old in the Olympics, right? It was a 16-year-old boy, track star in the Olympics. Nobody talked about that. Nobody talked about that. You feel me? Nobody talked about that. Nobody talked about that. There was just, I think, a 14-year-old named Scientist of the Year by Time Magazine or some shit. He was on the cover. Nobody talked about that. That wasn't news to that. Nobody talked about that. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I got other shit that I got to cover. My platform is hip hop, sports, and fashion, but there's other things that interest me. It is. There's other things that interest me. And there's people that need to be highlighted. There's people that need to be highlighted. There's people who should be held in a high regard, spoken about. They should be conversation pieces. You know what I'm saying? And it should be a priority to bring this news to Simone Biles. I don't want to keep going to the athletes. But these are some of the people that should be highlighted and shit. You know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z once said that all us blacks got is sports and entertainment. That didn't age well. That couldn't have been farther from the truth. There's some scholars amongst us. There's a girl that just graduated with doctorates and all kind of crazy shit at 14 or 15. There's some greatness amongst us. To be black is to be great. There's greatness amongst us. But these people do not identify, discuss, highlight, or bring any of this type of awareness amongst us. For the most part, most of these platforms, they interview the same people. You dig? Um, just last year, you had Steven Jackson. He went to O Block and he said, "Yeah, I'm here with the real ones. I checked in with the real, and if you gonna come through here, you know, yada yada yada." And he was speaking about these niggas as if these niggas was heroic or some shit. The actual guys that he was with, they ended up killing some motherfuckers. The people that was around him in that video, they ended up killing motherfuckers after that. You know what I'm saying? And here he is, an NBA player. And he's on camera with these guys like, this is what's popping. You dig what I'm saying? And he said he made them seem like leaders. It didn't make no goddamn sense, man. I'm like, man, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? You goofy ass, you goofy ass nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you, man? Like, there's people who deserve their roses. And you can get some good content out of this shit, man. You got entrepreneurs of all types. You got entrepreneurs of all types. A lot of young black entrepreneurs dominate fashion. People got their own sneakers. You got people who are inventing their own cosmetic lines, have their own cosmetic lines. People who are selling holistics, you know what I'm saying? Fruit infused sea mosses and just different shit that's, we find this shit interesting, don't we? Don't we? He said that whole segment was weird. Don't we find other shit beyond the degenerative shit interesting? When you come online, what's the biggest thing that's being discussed amongst black people? Paperwork. Paperwork. That's an industry. That's something that's become relevant. Paperwork. Paperwork means somebody has already been probably prosecuted, probably already served time, convicted, whatever. They done already been handcuffed. You dig what I'm saying? They done already been cuffed. Why do this shit matter today? And why is this something that continues to be a topic or continues to be relevant amongst black people and shit? The people that's pushing this shit, these are grown, these are adults. These are grown ass men. These are grown ass men. And the people who tune in to see this shit, they also grown. They also grown. And there's no conflict resolution being discussed. There's no there's a lot of people that don't understand policy and politics and shit like that, right? But there's nobody who steps to us with a conversation and say, yo, I'm from the hip hop generation. I speak y'all language. This is how this goes. Or we're going to talk about personal finance today. We're going to talk about how to allocate funding from the government, grants, whatever. Anything that's positive. You dig what I'm saying? I when I'm speaking about this, I think of this song that Guru had called Discipline. And one of the things that he said is, instead of preaching death in my songs, I speak life. I don't see that nowhere. I don't even really see musicians that's pushing anything positive. I just can't identify anybody off the top. What I have to support this is, I never was a big fan of Dead Prez, but I remember back in the day they had this song. In the beginning of the video, it was a chick walked by the screen with a big ass booty. And they froze it and they said, now that we got your attention. And then they started the song and shit. I think this song is called Let's Get Free or something like that. I think the song was called Let's Get Free. I heard it the other day on Sirius Satellite Radio, right? And I'm like, damn, I had to grow into this because it didn't mean anything to me when it came out. When that song was out, it didn't mean anything to me. You know who also didn't mean anything to me? THRU the Damager. Didn't mean anything to me. He said, Let's Get Free is from the album. Yeah. THRU the Damager was rapping about playing yourself. And he was speaking about MCs that passed themselves off as mafia dons and all this crazy shit. And something like that, that type of subject matter, should be held in a high regard. This is somebody who should be praised. This is somebody who should be boosted and should be more visible and shit. You dig? And that's not what we see here. I don't even know what happened to I won't call them conscious, just some C's to be kicking some knowledge and shit. D Nice said on self-destruction, he said something like self-sufficient, independent, to teach to each is what rap intended. We don't see that no more. And the people who's supposed to be bringing us information or knowledge to the cipher, MCs, they be on this motherfucker clowning like a motherfucker. A lot of people step to this shit with, this ain't gonna work unless I'm ignorant. I believe that's the perspective of most people and shit. They will compromise their integrity, their image, in the way that they was raised to put out something that's toxic because they feel that that's what will generate money. You dig? That's what will generate money. THRU said, dirty because of the skin I'm in, because I have melanin automatically makes me a felon. We need more of that. I know it's MCs amongst us who, you got your dribble right and you able to put it into words and shit. We want to hear some of that shit. We want to hear some of that shit. There's absolutely nothing original popping. I just seen a video of Hurricane Chris earlier, right? He was mad that 50 Cent came to Louisiana and did a show and didn't include him. And he was talking about the black community and shit. Like, yeah, you ain't doing nothing for the community, da, 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 da. And then I seen a song that he put out today. The whole song was talking about killing and spinning the block and shit like that. So you don't care about the community, pimp. You don't. You don't care about the fucking community. You know what I'm saying? You don't employ anybody. 50 Cent employs people and shit. He's gonna turn that region up. Somebody, a kid is gonna go to college because of 50 Cent being in that region and shit. But I'm listening to this nigga's music, and this is somebody who started out saying, hey, baby. You think what I'm saying? And now he's talking about killing and shit like that. And I'm like, these niggas have gave up on being original. This era right now, I imagine that a person that will be deemed to be successful is probably talking about killing and destruction and shit like that. You dig what I'm saying? My man said, after being on trial for murder, ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? Tupac was at the gun range talking about if rappers stop talking about what's really going on, rappers will only be talking about partying and bullshit. It's funny that you mentioned Tupac because I was in a conversation with somebody yesterday, and I had to highlight how far Tupac deviated from his original mission. Tupac was offspring of the Black Panther Party. Tupac ain't had no business jumping on Orlando Anderson. He ain't had no business. You can't make songs called Gotta Keep Your Head Up and Dear Mama and Brenda's Got a Baby and then say I fucked your bitch and I fucked Faith and all of that shit. Like, that's a fucking contradiction. He deviated from his purpose. And that's, you see what the end result was of that. You see what the end result was. Academics, Vlad, Trap, Lil Ross all make more money when rappers die. It's funny that you mentioned Vlad. I seen an interview of Vlad. I couldn't help but to watch it. I couldn't help but to watch it. I seen an interview with Vlad and Jermaine Champagne. I seen Jermaine's interview with Vlad TV, and somebody sent it to me, and it started out was the him being happy that Alpo was dead and all this crazy shit, and I'm just like, fam, why don't you just why do y'all why I'm like, my man, you somebody who has been volatile and, you know, acting like a gorilla the whole time that you've been, you know, amongst the music business, right? But you'll go on this dude's platform and let him ask you certain shit that you know it ain't gonna be no good outcome from. And you'll get aggressive with a nigga. You'll choke a nigga, slap a nigga, and all this other shit. But you'll get up there and just answer this guy like a good little schoolboy. I just seen Tony Yayo tell him, yo, man, don't ask me about 50 Cent. If I'm here, you talk to me about what's going on. No, we're not talking about 50. And shout out to Tony Yayo for putting him in his place. Jermaine Champagne went back to, he let Vlad take him back to Young Berg. He asked him, he said, Young Berg recently did an interview, and he said that he tried to say that you didn't slap him. And I'm sitting and I'm looking at this like, you ain't gonna tell this motherfucker that he's instigating. You're not gonna tell this punk motherfucker, yo, man, stop talking to me about that shit. You dig what I'm saying? Like, I got musical endeavors going on. I got shit going on. I just had, I think they gave Mano the key to the city, to Brooklyn or something like that. And he had Mano Day or something like that. He's not asking him about that shit. You dig what I'm saying? He's asking him about something that he already know the answer. You already know what happened between him and Young Berg. You already know what happened with them two, right? But you asking this nigga some shit that's gonna turn into a problem. Not saying that Young Berg's gonna do anything, but it's instigating. It's instigating. He said, without the controversy, as popular as he turned out to be, Tupac was a decorated actor on top of being a rapper. I just want to put that out there. I lived through the Tupac era. Tupac was who he was. He was a star. How much does Vlad pay? I guess people are hard up. In order to go on there and allow him to do that, I guess they have to be compensated, but why would you let somebody pay you to create a problem? Especially a problem between black people. He asking you about something that happened between you and another black man, and you don't feel no type of way about it to say, yo, man, don't be asking me no shit like that. Don't be asking me no shit like that. Don't. Getting back to all these podcasts being popular poison, I seen the interview of the guy white guy, who did the interview with YBC Duel. He was the last person to do an interview with him. He goes down into Kensington amongst a guy. He goes down into Kensington around a bunch of fucking junkies and shit. and he interviewed YBC Duel, and he's drinking Hennessy with him and shit like that. I'm like, this shit is all destruction caught on film. Gregory Bean, this is the only good hip-hop channel. $1 million worth of game is basically infomercial, and Nori constantly overtalks the guests when you don't release new content. We are starved. $1 million worth of game. Do they really provide $1 million worth of game? Have they provided, do they provide $10 worth of game? Do they provide $10 worth of game? Do they? I mean, for real, for real. Do they provide anything that's valuable? Anything that's valuable? Tell me, help me out. $5 worth of game. 50 cent worth of game. Do they provide anything that you can help me out? Help me out. Don Corleone says wallow sometimes. Wallow, my opinion, when he started out, he put emphasis on doing the right thing. And sometimes he ranted about it. And I want to highlight this one particular video that I seen that he did a long time ago. And it was about filling out a job application. And it went viral. And he was like, yo, I just went out today and I filled out all these job applications. And guess what? I didn't get hired. But you know what? I'm going to get right back out there and do it again tomorrow. And I thought that was potent. You dig? But after that period of time, he don't be saying nothing. He just be talking loud and shit. He just be talking loud. He do. He says the obvious loud. Like, most people know what the fuck they supposed to be doing already and shit. A lot of us got common sense. He just say it loud. Is this worth anything? Is this worth anything? Hell no. Hell no. No. Them niggas is just some monkeys, yo. I called this popular poison. Them niggas is just some monkeys like Heckle and Jekyll and shit. You dig? And do they give you anything when you tune in? Do you get anything out of it? No. No. Because they guests don't be nobody to speak in life or speak in ingenuity or nothing like that. You dig what I'm saying? And they probably have the power and connections. I think Deion Sanders was on there before. I don't know. I don't watch that shit. But at the end of the day, they, Noriega, Cameron and Mace, these niggas don't be talking about nothing. They don't. They don't. They don't be talking about shit. They don't be talking about nothing. You can't tell me that they be talking about anything. Telling a motherfucker that Big L, who's dead, set you up to be robbed and shit like that, that's not speaking life. The nigga dead already. You dig what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? And I'm being for real. I'm being for real. It's popular poison. It's popular poison. If you don't tune in and you don't get an impactful message, something that you could turn around and teach to somebody else, then it's worthless. And I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Where is the education within these podcasts? Totally absent. Totally absent. You know why? These niggas not educated. These niggas are not educated. They not. They not. Being a rapper don't make you educated. It just makes you a rapper and shit. There are some rappers who are educated, but we don't hear from them much. We don't hear from them much. There's rappers who are educated. but we don't hear from him much. I think we gotta like dig and try to find the information, but they aren't popular. Only the poison is popular. Only the poison is popular. Straight like that. Straight like that. Yeah. Anything by the industry is not for us. Cam and Mace is talking about beating up prostitutes one episode. Why they not giving no game? Beefing with Anthony Edwards is clown shit. Killer Mike is sharp. Back in the day, an MC had to show intelligence. Yeah, it was in vogue. It was. It was. Cam is a great businessman with charisma, but Cam does stand on black empowerment. Got to get that to him. If he a great businessman, why the fuck is the rest of the Diplomat affiliates broke? Tell me. Why is the rest of the guys that came out of that wasn't I don't think that he exercised good business judgment in Madison Square Garden. I don't think that his business acumen was on display that night. Because if he was, he would have brought 40 Cal, J.R. Ryder, Hell Rail, and the rest of them niggas to the battle. He would have let them niggas get busy. Sounds like a fucking ball hog to me. I'm just being for real. I'm being for real. So, and he ain't never struck me as being like thorough and shit. Wearing a bunch of jewelry or being a rapper, it don't make you thorough. It don't. It don't fucking make you thorough. It don't. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. So we forget the other three niggas is eating. Santana don't even fucking got teeth. How the fuck is he eating anything? What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? Did Joel Santana look successful to you? Do he? He don't even fucking got teeth in his mouth. So what the fuck are you talking about? He need fucking help. He need a dental plan. Did that come with the motherfucking recording contract? Detox? Narcotics Anonymous? Do that come with signing up with him? What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? He don't got fucking teeth. Everybody notice he's a broken man. He's a broken man. The fuck are you talking about? This shit, you act like we not watching this shit. The Diplomats is one of the worst things that happened to fucking hip hop. After the glory years, nobody crumbled and declined like the fucking Diplomats. That shit is a fucking joke. That shit is terrible. Like, that shit is fucking terrible. It's terrible. Terrible. A dynasty. That shit is fucking terrible. And this all has to, at some point, fall on the shoulders of who? The CEO or the leader or the owner. You dig what I'm saying? So what the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Tell me what the fuck you talking about, fam. You making no fucking sense. And that's the problem. Niggas be willing to accept popular poison even though it be right in front of your face that it's some bullshit. Motherfuckers will look the other way when a motherfucker popular, like this ain't what it is. The Diplomats fucking suck. The Diplomats suck, man. Like, the fuck. Ain't nobody was a bigger fan of the Diplomats than me and shit. He didn't fucking take care of the business like he's fucking supposed to and shit. He didn't. So, park that shit. And like I said, Jewels ain't got no goddamn teeth. The Locks is one of the best groups to lead by example. I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. They the most disappointing rap group of all time. I agree with that too. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications. Popular Poison is flooding the internet, the algorithm and shit. It is. If you show me a podcast, I'll show you destruction, ignorance. This go for damn near everybody. This goes for damn near everybody. Can y'all point me in a direction of something? I need to watch some thorough shit. I need to get some information. Tell me where I should tune in at. Tell me. What do you think about Dr. Umar's latest comments on hip hop? I ain't heard what he said on hip hop. I haven't. He has some good points at times. Sometimes he says some shit that I don't agree with. But out of a fiscal year, out of 12 months, if you put these niggas on a stage and you dissect what they did over 12 months, you don't get nothing. You don't get life. You don't get nothing informative. You don't. How the fuck do you go 12 months in front of a camera with a microphone in front of you and you don't display your intelligence? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't. This goes back to that saying, a wise man could play a fool. A fool could never play a wise man. So you're not going to get nothing from these niggas. They can't play the role of a wise man. You know what I'm saying? This is real rap. But I just noticed that all podcasts is probably at this point an enemy of black people and shit. All of them. It turns into a needle in a haystack situation where you're gonna find something like, yo, that one right there, that's thorough and shit. The Godcast don't come on much. That was Lord Jamar. I never really listened to Killer Priest joint all like that. Talib Kweli joint, I like that joint, but again, these aren't popular and shit. These aren't popular. The popular ones are the most toxic. The shit that should be removed from the algorithm. Straight up. They have Blacks in Tech podcasts. Why don't we hear about them? The Danza Project be decent. Mr. CR, ain't too many channels giving out good information out here. I agree with you. Professor Griff, how's your no smoke journey going? It's going great. I have a lot more energy, and it also intrigued me to pursue more information. Now that I don't got that in my life, I find myself striving a lot more and shit. Getting up earlier, going to sleep earlier, watching the news, world news and shit. Just, I'm a lot more alert, and I'm definitely I'm on some health shit like a motherfucker, man. I want to be as gorgeous as possible. You dig? So I'm glad that ain't a part of my life no more. I don't smoke, I don't drink. And I'm interested in getting as much information as possible and shit. You know what's a podcast to me? It's actually an audio book. 50 Cent's book, Hustle Smarter, Not Harder. That's raw game. That's information. That's what I'll be looking for when I step to the internet and shit. You dig what I'm saying? That's what I be looking for, some shit like that. Damn, I could cut this shit on and just eat. Just eat. Just listen to what the fuck he's saying. This nigga just breathe life into you and shit. And that's what the fuck I'm highlighting right now. The rest of these niggas don't do that. They don't. He said, I feel you. Thanks for saying that. It's the truth. It's the truth. When you don't get charged up listening to 50 Cent, just listening to his thoughts and how he feel about shit and his objectives and him talking about being introverted or removing yourself from toxic relationships. And these niggas be talking about paperwork and shit like that. Facts. We grew up outside, no internet. When the internet came out, we thought it was just for information. Black Magic does some good podcasts and videos about eating healthy and spirituality. Red and blue pill twins. Now people live on social media. That's honorable, especially somebody of his caliber. Yeah, he's from the streets. He'd have been shot. He'd have been in institutions. He's a fucking tycoon. These are the niggas that we should be absorbing information from. The rest of these guys, they kind of like the bum nigga that used to be the shit in the hood that didn't make it anywhere. They be telling everybody what to fucking do and shit. No, you gotta do this and this and that. Yo, you gotta do this and this and that. Nah, you don't do that. Ain't thorough. Real niggas don't do that shit. Real niggas be broke as fuck. Real niggas be broke as fuck, man. They do. They do. We need to bring some nerds up in here, man, or those who we might have titled or labeled as nerds, because they the ones that's up right now. The informed niggas. We need to bring the bright niggas up in here. We need to get you cool, thorough, destructive, real niggas the fuck away from the microphone. For real. You niggas need to be gonged. We need to bring the fucking gong show back. We need to bring the gong show back. For real. And I'm going to point this out. I don't care how anybody feel about it. Troy Ave is one of the guys who was saying or be saying the right things and shit. And these niggas who didn't do what he did, didn't turn over a new leaf, they like to try to point out, yo, he's a snitch. He's a snitch. Troy Ave ain't no goddamn snitch. Troy Ave was in a motherfucking situation and a motherfucking, he was on camera with a motherfucking murder weapon in his hand and he fired it. He had to explain what the fuck happened. But you got niggas who will try to put emphasis on, he snitched, he snitched. Troy Ave is successful, a successful entrepreneur and shit. And you can see it. You can see it. You can. The rest of these niggas they don't have that same type of fucking success. They don't. But, of course, they the real niggas and shit. And they feel that they should be the most outspoken. They do. I don't be wanting to hear that shit. He said he had more hustle than them. It was obvious. It was obvious. Before he went to jail, he went buck wild. He went buck wild, man. He sold all kind of fucking merchandise and he just went buck wild, man. He took Mano and turned Mano into an industry, hustled that. Just went buck wild in front of everybody and shit. You know what I'm saying? He went buck wild, man. He made videos. He made merchandise. They're talking about just on the back of Mano and shit. Like, we be wanting to see the fruits of a motherfucker's labor, man. If you plan to be outspoken and shit, you got to show us something, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to show us something. Because niggas be talking like they big dogs, but don't display any ownership. Yeah, Trey Bucks, I'm glad you said that. All independent. Niggas don't be displaying any ownership. Niggas don't own hip-hop. You could at least own your name and your website and your own independent infrastructure. These niggas don't be successful at that. They don't. They don't. He said Troy Ave is a genius. I believe so too. I believe so too. My man said, "Where's your Maybach?" I don't need no goddamn Maybach. I got a brain. I got aptitude. I can get 30 fucking Maybachs. Straight like that. I don't understand why New York don't stand behind Troy Ave and his independent movement. Jealousy. 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 It is. It is. It is. Ricardo Jones says, nah, Troy got caught with 3 guns he had in his car, he told. How fucking stupid are you? Are you that fucking stupid? If a motherfucker got caught with 3 guns in their car and it was not in their possession, who do you say that they belong to? Who do you say that they belong to? The nigga that just got fucking killed in the fucking club, dickhead. The fuck is wrong with you? That's what I mean, man. The niggas that don't got no goddamn sense, they be out fucking spoken. Like, they like to just blurt shit out of their mouth and shit. When in fact, they should be told, man, shut the fuck up, man. Shut the fuck up, man. Get the fuck away from the microphone and shit like that. People need to tell these niggas that should be well known. If you ain't got no motherfucking sense, if your analytical thinking ain't together, if you're analytical, I'm gonna say it again, if you're not an analytical thinker, man, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You dig what I'm saying? You probably can pick up some information and become sharp. You know what I'm saying? That dude that just said that was prime example. Prime example. I'm going to say it again in front of everybody. You just tried to say that the nigga got caught with 3 guns. He didn't get caught with no guns. They found guns in his car. Who the guns belong to? Oh, my security, the nigga that got killed. Everybody else blaming shit on dead motherfucker. You think he gonna stand there and eat that shit when he has an easy out? All you gotta do is fucking think. Just think. Now that you fucking thinking, straight like that, we're gonna get back to the case. He was caught on film with a murder weapon. He fought a motherfucker, ended up disarming him, getting a fucking pistol and shit. You dig? And he's on camera firing the motherfucker. When the charges and the footage and all of that come out, he got to explain, oh, I didn't bring no gun into the motherfucking club. I was in a life or death situation. My man just got killed by this motherfucker. I fought for my life. I ended up with the gun. I fired the motherfucker trying to get the fuck up out of there with my life. He had to explain that. You feel me? But you niggas who ain't got no sense and don't got nothing to lose, you try to word it, you try to put it in your own words and shit. You do. The real nigga shit don't work in real life. People need to understand that. The real nigga shit, everything that they told you, the real nigga shit, it don't apply to real life. That shit stopped right on the corner. That shit stopped right on the project bench. That's, as soon as you step away from that corner, the project bench, etc., you can't take that shit into real life. You're going to fucking prison. You're going to prison. And where all the real niggas at, y'all always say it. The real niggas is dead or in jail. The real stupid ass niggas is in jail. The real stupid ass niggas is in fucking jail. And you know what? They belong there. They belong there. They belong there. They do. And we live in a society where people try to highlight the bullshit, the popular poison. That's what I titled it. That's how I titled this video. The popular poison. You know what I'm saying? People graduated, but they never left high school. National Comic Reading Association, I appreciate your super chat. It's time to remove these niggas, man, from reality, for real. It's a shame that they have microphones and cameras and shit. This has to be a part of This is the new genocide. This is the new genocide. The same way they said we gonna put crack in the community and let them niggas go to war and kill each other and all that shit. Now you got podcasts. We gonna get these niggas microphones. We gonna get these niggas microphones. And it's gonna be a whole bunch of misinformation, misdirection, a whole bunch of fucking feuds and shit. They'll even kill each other. They'll even kill each other. They'll even shoot and kill each other. As soon as something go wrong between two motherfuckers online or in front of a microphone, what they say? I'm gonna see you. I pull up. Yeah, I'm gonna get you and shit. Like, motherfuckers have died about these motherfucking recording devices and shit. This is a true fucking story. So it's probably a part of somebody's fucking plan. You feel me? It's not a mystery that the niggas with the low aptitude get the big big contracts and shit. The niggas that ain't got no goddamn sense. These is the motherfuckers who get, we gonna sign them up. We gonna sign them up. Appreciate this topic. Fila Speaks, I appreciate your super chat. I don't care. Gregory Bean, I don't care who told on who. Tim Allen told on cocaine dealers before he got famous. I'm still taking my kids to see Toy Story 4. That no jumper bullshit. Bullshit. Popular Poison. Popular Poison. You got Brick Baby on there telling another nigga, I got more bodies than you in the hood. He said this in front of a white man and shit. This shit make everybody that look like us look fucking retarded and shit. For real. I'm pretty sure the people in high places, they sit around and laugh like these niggas think they successful. They think they successful. Look at them fighting. We don't even give them no money off their own music. We give them points of a penny for their own music and they fight each other and shit. What the fuck? What the fuck? I had to come here and give y'all some new terminology. I want y'all to take it with y'all. It's called popular poison. So when you see these niggas, and I wish they would say something. Because a lot of y'all will leave this video and go in them niggas' comments and say, Gully TV was talking about y'all. I wish one of them niggas would the fuck say anything. I wish they fucking would. I wish they would. Because when you fucking with me, you fucking with a bright ass black man. You dig? You better have your fucking shit together. From start to fucking finish. From start to finish, you better have your shit together. You dig what I'm saying? And I'm dealing with raw confidence. I ain't one of them niggas who put on a bunch of fucking chains and shit and then feel that I could lead black folks. Just pay attention. Just pay attention. When a nigga start trying to tell people what to do, he got on a bunch of fucking chains and shit. He might be standing in front of a Bentley or some shit. Some old dumb shit. You dig what I'm saying? I don't need that shit to get my point across. I don't. The truth is bright. The truth is illuminating. The truth sparkles. I don't need that shit. And I got it. I don't need that shit. I don't need that shit. I'm dealing with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Can you combat that with this bullshit that you on, nigga? You can't. You can't. You can't. No way, no how. And you came here ignorant. You wasn't good in school. You wasn't educated and you wasn't good in school. You wasn't raising your hand in school. You was never nominated to any positions in student government or no shit like that. But you come here and act like you a fucking leader. You come here and act like you a fucking leader. And you're not a fucking leader. You weren't even a leader in your neighborhood. You weren't even a leader on your block. Like, nobody's called you a leader ever. But you wait until you attain a half ounce of celebrity, you dig? And you go put on your first chains, and that's the story with a lot of these niggas. That's the story with a lot of these niggas. You get your first diamonds, and now you's a big shot. Now you can tell motherfuckers what to do. Now you can tell motherfuckers what's thorough. This is real nigga shit. Man, shut the fuck up. Man, just shut the fuck up. Goofy ass, nerd, corny ass nigga. They need to be told this. You feel me? Niggas need to be told this. I laugh when I see these niggas with their first fur. Like when it's about to get cold, you gonna see niggas run around with furs on and shit like that. Looking like fucking nerds. You know what I'm saying? Looking like nerds. Looking like fucking nerds. That's not your life, my nigga. That's not your life. That's not who you are. We can go get the bitches that went to school with you, the niggas that grew up with you, and say, is this a fur rocking nigga? They gonna say, hell no. Hell no. There's no history of you rocking furs. You feel me? You never had one, but you got one now, and you think you're a big shot. You think you're a big shot. People need to, this shit needs to be pointed out. It do. That's not your life. That's not who you are. You feel me? So shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up. When wise guys is in the building, when the microchip kids is in the building, shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. You know who we are. You dig what I'm saying? You know who we are. You know what THRU is. You know what leadership look like. You know what it sound like. Don't even fucking bark up this tree. Don't even fucking think about it. So, yeah, shut the fuck up. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you get the notifications and shit. Yeah, shut the fuck up, cornball. Follow me on Instagram at IamGullyTV_ and shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't be duped by these ignorant niggas, man. These niggas is breathing destruction into the atmosphere and shit. Don't inhale that smoke. Don't inhale that smoke. You dig what I'm saying? Don't do it. Don't do it. It's toxic. It's toxic. So, yeah, go to my website, therealdribble.com, man. Get some knittages. Go get some PA knits, man, so when people see you that you looking sophisticated and intelligent and shit like that, you can go get my book. What would make this nigga get online and get to talking like this? You see what I'm saying? What would make this nigga get online and get to talking like this? Because I'm a big deal amongst men. You dig what I'm saying? I'm a big deal amongst men. And it been like that. I'm out of here. Peace.